heard that Jesus was coming, he would get there.
Amen.
Because he was believing that Jesus was going to touch his eyes and heal him. I'm trying, look, I did a good demonstration Wednesday night. You got to come to church pregnant. You got to come expecting. And then, do you know, an apostle walked up to me. He said, God said you're a midwife. All I could do was think about what I had just did Wednesday night. Midwife help push those babies out. Some of you got to give birth.
Thank you, Jesus.
All of these babies. I want to give you something. You got to believe in. Your past can't stop you. The amount of money you have won't stop you. Come on. You may not have a job, but it can't stop you. Here in blind Bartimaeus can't even work because he can't see. How you going to put a blind man that's naturally blind on a job and expect him to function? You can't do it. I'm trying to help somebody in here. Trying to help. I don't care what your situation is. Today, God want to know what you want. You're going to have to believe God for it. You're going to have to tap in. Here it was pitiful. He had verses 47 through 49, he had a persistent cry. Even though Bartimaeus was blind, he was able to see things that others all around him who had their vision couldn't see. He possessed 20/20 spiritual vision. He recognized who Jesus was. He had heard about the miracles performed. He must have heard about the lepers, the lame, and the demon-possessed. Even the dead that Jesus had touched and made whole again. As he sat by the highway, he heard the travelers as they talked one to the other. He had heard about Jesus, and he knew that what Jesus had done for others, he could do for him too. So he touched Sister Blair with degenerates. He touched your rheumatoid arthritis. He touched Brother Roskin and Sister Rhonda's scoliosis. He stopped your brain from bleeding. Who else? Brother Daniel, Deacon Daniel, where your pen? Y'all forgot your pen. Huh? Okay. But you were on the list for a heart transplant. Huh? All y'all hadn't heard his testimony. He touched you? What did he do for you? Had a fibrocyst, it's gone. Did he touch your back? Feel better? Told you he was going to get you then. Your mammogram, that's right. You still waiting on your results? You going back Thursday? You believe in God? Yeah, you hear what he's already doing? Blind Bartimaeus listened to the travelers walking by while he was sitting there, but he heard them talking about Jesus. He was just like a widow woman, or the woman that said, the woman with the issue of blood. They said, if I could just press through and just touch him. Glory. Back in the Bible days, if you had an issue of blood, you was considered unclean. You weren't supposed to be around people. They could have killed her. My God. Yes. But she said, if I could just touch the hem. In other words, if I could just get me a little bit of Jesus, I believe I could be made whole. See, some of you trying to get your faith to where my faith is. No, baby, just use what you got. Because God said, I'm going to judge you by your measure of faith. He's not judging you by what I believe. He's judging you by what you believe. Again, I want somebody to know here, God want to know, what do you want? Because he want to make you whole. But he want to know what you want. What do you want? What you need God to do? What you believe in him for? If he could take a blind man. Clap your hands. Which is a key ingredient for receiving anything from God. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. Somebody grab that real quick. As Jesus passed by, it dawned on Bartimaeus that if Jesus was who he claimed to be, this was the day of his greatest opportunity. So he began to cry out for the Lord to have mercy on him. Bartimaeus thought blind, though blind, was able to opt for an opportunity of God that stared him in the face. So I want to tell somebody, I don't care what your situation is. You're just an opportunity for God. Amen. There are those in here who feel like you need to see. And you're wondering about the greatest opportunity you could ever have. Well, Jesus is the greatest opportunity for you today. You can be saved by his grace. If you ignore this opportunity, you can go on in your sins, and there'll be nothing in front of you but hell. If you don't believe it, you can read 2 Corinthians 6 and 2. He saw that this opportunity could easily pass him by. Bartimaeus, if he had sat still that day and said nothing, when the next day came, he would have been like the others before. He would have sat by the road begging until he died. He may have been blind, but even he could see that unless he did something about his situation, he was doomed to a life of misery and darkness. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Who had to do something? He did. He couldn't keep sitting by the road. Well, he could have, and he could have died a blind man. You hear about God. You hear about miracles, but you don't do nothing to get to them. So you got to be careful of naysayers and negative people. Because when God start moving and God start doing stuff, there's always going to be somebody to say it ain't real or to undermine what God is doing. They look for it. Instead of them being excited about it, why? Because people are so busy trying to attack people that they miss the move of God. Because we get personal. You know, you don't like me, so you don't want God to move through me. You ain't got nothing to do with that. He use who he want to use. If he want to use me, that's his business. I'm just trying to be a vessel. But I think is we miss it because of who's doing it. I sat through something and it troubled my spirit, and it still aggravates me because I felt like someone attacked. They personally attacked the ministry and Apostle Hardin, and and I just kind of watched people from refuge as they either kind of left or eased out of the room. And it just did something to me. And I will tell you what they said. They said